here just hanging out at the concrete convention for heavy
rock
metal.
and roll flea market here. We're having a great time.
The panels this year, we try to focus on artist development. We realize as a genre, we have to look towards the future. If we don't, we're going to wind up being a dinosaur. There were some good panels on management, on marketing. There were some excellent panels on pay-for-play, which is a real hot issue here in Los Angeles, where bands have to pay money to actually play in a club. A lot of good things were aired, and I think people learned stuff and got to get some things off their chest.
I just walked out of a management panel called Management Can't Live With Them, Can't Shoot Them.
Besides panels and exhibits, the convention included band showcases. The music spanned the spectrum of metal with the hard-edge rock of Steve Jones, the psychic trance of the Seattle band Soundgarden, and every music critic and musician's favorite band, Faith No More. It also marked a few firsts. Suicidal Tendencies played their home turf for the first time in 4 years, finding a way around a performance ban imposed on them by LA officials.
You know, it gave people a chance to see us, you know, I guess the important people, a chance to see us. They wouldn't have had a chance to see us, and if we ever do get to play out here, they probably wouldn't go because they'd be too scared to.
Another first was seeing King Diamond sitting next to Michael Sweet of Stryper at the artist panel, where current Bangle Vicky Peterson fielded questions, along with former Pistol Steve Jones. It was also the first public appearance of the new Mrs. Holmes.
I've got this thing sitting in front of me. It says, Lita Ford weds Wasp Axe singer Leash's lunatic. Alright, that says it right there. I married a lunatic. But he's like a beast, so... Next question.
Just what were the memorable moments of Foundation's Forum 89?
Well, hanging out with Lemmy is pretty interesting. He's always got me laughing there.
There's not many girls at this sort of music gig. You know. I like to go where there's lots of short skirts. I'm a real chauvinist bastard myself.
I've been out here eating and playing basketball and going to shows.
That was the highlight of the convention.
Channel 4 News, #1 in Southern California.
If you'd like to play the commodities game, check out the Sheraton Universal Hotel. As Joe Rico reports, you'll find people there who are bullish on metal, heavy metal.
It has been called the wicked stepsister of rock and roll, loud and angry. Such is the stigma of heavy metal. Today, heavy metal is a legitimate force in the multi-billion-dollar recording industry. For the second year in a row, a convention is held exclusively for metal fans and musicians. 3,000 people are expected at the Sheraton Universal through Saturday.
This year we're focusing on the future, which is to concentrate on the developing acts. We're showcasing a great deal of new music. It's like any other form of music. New artists are the lifeblood of the industry. If we don't start developing new artists, we'll be playing Led Zeppelin for the next 30 years.
In terms of radio, for us, you know, we're surviving on a format dedicated solely to hard rock and heavy metal.
Heavy metal is being called the country's newest natural resource. 6 of the top 10 songs this year have come from metal bands. Metal magazines are growing, as is the notion metal is not for boys only.
I think there's a lot more women coming into metal, both in the bands and on the industry side. You know, a lot more women managers, especially at the lower street level.
One panel discussion expected to draw interest is the pay-to-play controversy facing rock musicians. Many clubs now require bands to pay the club money up front before it's allowed to play, a kind of insurance policy in case of a small audience.
I think it's ridiculous because there's a lot of good bands out there that can't get exposed and they can't get into the clubs to play just because they don't have the money up front, you know.
Heavy metal is trying to change its image with some success. Hotel officials say they've had rowdier conventions from people from the soap industry. Of course, that's not saying heavy metalists don't cause problems.
There's a lot of hair at this convention, boys. A lot. There's going to be a lot of clogged drains up in the rooms.
Joe Rico, Channel 4 News, Universal City.
From KTTV Los Angeles, this is Fox News.
Thousands of heavy metal devotees have descended upon Universal City to learn the tricks of the heavy metal trade.
so to speak. It's a convention that's not only an earful, but an eyeful as well. They came together not only to make music, but to learn the business of making money. Heavy metal is the tattooed underbelly of rock, but it was all business today as more than 2,000 Ozzy Osbourne and Metallica wannabes came together to find out what it takes to become stars.
I want a lot of money. So I can just hang out, play my guitar all day, and not worry about nothing else. You know?
With that goal in mind, this motley crew of thrash rockers and metalheads will attend several seminars, including workshops on merchandising, corporate sponsorship, career development, and something called Geraldo Goes Metal.
Musicians can't handle the business end usually. You have to have the record company people to push you along. I mean, they sell your product for you. You make the music, they sell it.
For those inside the heavy metal world, it's a time for networking, schmoozing, and pitching tapes. For those outside that world, it's a gawker's paradise.
The jewelry. Cost plus about, let's see, you get about 6 of these for $1.
And more important than anything, of course, hair.
Yeah, heavy metal without long hair is like, you know, cars without tires. How can you headbang if you don't have long hair? I don't know.
What's headbang?
You know.
You learn something new every day.
Look at my face. Nah, it's cool though, seriously. No, it's really good because a lot of people get to learn a lot of stuff about the business and that they might not have known before, so I suppose it's really important that they have these things.
You could see the health of the industry too, right now. I mean, this place is twice as crowded as it was last year. There's so much hair here this year.
It's amazing.
It's like moose overkill. See ya!
Hair farmers galore.
Have you seen Scott's new haircut?
There's all kinds of different things here. It's a really good convention. You get to learn about what all different types of the music business, from law to making a record deal to marketing to management. To then at the end of the whole convention, there's an artist panel, so it's great.
All right, you want to talk politics? This is the no topic panel. I figured you guys have been, like strained your brains in the consciousness and politics and all the heavy dialogue and diatribe and everything else. So we're just up here. I mean, you won't see these people together anywhere again in one place. So we're going to have some fun. I want you to know that King and Robert were talking backstage. I mean, nobody else was talking to one another. These two guys were talking for like 20 minutes. We want to know what you were talking about.
We're going to get married.
No one probably knows about our cousins.
True.
I want to know why Mr. Sweet and King Coke sit next to each other, and how do they feel about?
Why not? No big deal, really.
They put us on each end of the table. We said no.
Yeah.
Why?
Why put us away?
We're entertaining us as rock and roll. We're not priests of any kind.
Question here, yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I've got a question for King Diamond and Sweet there. I'm just wondering, what are, you guys seem to be the gentlemen in the know, what are Satan and Jesus like sort of as keys?
question was, what are Satan and Jesus like as people?
Satan pitches and Jesus catches. Anger and frustration is just part of life, you know. If you believe that God created everything, He created anger and frustration as well. And to the best of my understanding, God is a very big Anthrax fan, so there.
I think we should get it going because a lot of people are going out to see Faith No More Metallica at 5:30. I think everyone on this panel deserves a really big round of applause.
I see Ward Edner in the back like, Davey, say something.
What was the highlight of the artist?
Are we on now? There were so many highlights of this panel. A lot of dirty jokes. The women, Lita Ford and Vicki Peterson, spiced it up, don't you think?
Oh, definitely. Added some femininity.
And I think, and King Diamond sitting next to Robert Sweet was
that
really heavy.
That was a must.
Yeah.
That was a must. You had to be here to believe it.
There was no consistency in this. It was one topic to the next. It was vibrant, it was scandalous, it was sleazy.
And Chris Holmes even asked a question.
Chris Holmes, Lita's husband from Wasp, got up and asked a question.
About the PMRC.
Yes. It was very heavy.
It was fun.
The hottest issue was probably that Robert Sweet's hair looked better than Lita Ford's. Okay. Oh, the convention as a unit. Okay.
I think it was
good. It was exciting. It was eclectic. It was positive. It was metal. It was healthy. It was positive.
It was healthy.
It was eclectic.
It was metal.
It was positive.
It was metal.
It was headbanging. Star-studded.
Positive.
Stars. A lot of people. Star-studded.
Yeah.
Tammy, he was there.
A
lot of stars. Madonna showed up for 5 minutes.
Did she?
Left. Yeah, she was
I missed
here.
it.
Her fell out.
God,
She
I'm
went out
into
the back
that.
door. You missed it. It's heavy, man.
Bumming.
Yeah.
I thought this was interesting to see this, because it means that hard rock and heavy metal has a place and it's accepted, and that's great.